All right.
Buffalo.
All right, we're back. We had some, again, some technical difficulties.
Some guapate.
But, y'all already know that this is brand new. We're starting this literally from fucking nothing. And we just got to work our way and one episode at a time. That's all it is. But as you kind of were saying, I asked about kind of what your relationship is kind of going on now since we linked back up, and you just pretty much said what most people say, and I agree with 100%, is that you like to mind your fucking business. Your shit is private. That's really how things get solved. Mm-hmm. Is if things are kept private.
Yeah, because as soon as you start getting more hands in the cookie jar, then different stories start popping out, and then
different opinions.
Exactly, and it's like,
who needs that?
Yeah, and then because that shit happened to me before, you know what I'm saying, like a couple months back, and then somebody said something about my relationship, and I was just like,
bitch.
Literally, I said that. I was like, who the fuck is you, bitch? Like, who the fuck are you to judge me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, last time I checked, you had, 7 fucking baby daddies for you to judge me? Like, get the fuck out of my face. And it's like, not to be fucked up or anything, but it's like.
Well, it's kind of weird because you just said that, so you're assuming that it was a female that said that to you, right?
Yeah, and it's just because they were trying to just give the whole shit of oh, you don't post your girl up, you ain't shit. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I want you up in my business? I don't know you.
That's real funny because a friend of mine, we just had a conversation about kind of like that exact topic. Between, at least I feel, between, men and women, when men talk to each other, as brothers, as friends, about their relationship, if I were to come to you or any of you guys and I talk to you about my relationship, I feel like you guys, as men, never hold any ill will.
Oh, no.
We're all just like, yeah, bro, I feel you. I get it. Have you thought of this? Did you try this? It's something like that. But then, when you see, my significant other, you guys are never like, man, fuck that bitch. Or she's a hoe, or blah, blah, blah. I feel like it's never like that.
Oh, yeah.
But for women, I feel like it's a whole different wrong. Yeah, I feel like once you do one thing wrong, and your significant other tells her friends, they're constantly like, "Girl, you deserve better." Fuck him, his broke ass, or it's always something.
It's always some shit.
It's weird. I've just from
experience.
I
experienced some shit.
Not necessarily
too,
my own experiences, not necessarily that, but others that I've talked to, other friends, I feel like, that's kind of what it is. Once you do one thing wrong, that person's friends are like, girl, you deserve better, fuck him, do you, boo, period, all this dumb shit. And a large part of that is fucking social media.
Oh, for sure, dude. I was getting shit like that too, you know what I mean? I was getting called a piece of shit and all that other stuff because I wasn't spending, I don't even know if you can call it quality time, because it was we're always around each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all right, cool, you're giving me shit for, going to the gym, or if a girl gives a guy shit about going to the gym compared to a female not giving shit to a guy that was always at a bar or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's fuck, when a guy tries to better himself, and when a guy starts feeling that self-confidence about himself, same shit when we had that private conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were feeling like shit, like me. I'm coming down from, almost fucking 80-something fucking pounds. You know what I'm saying? I lost almost 80-something fucking pounds just working out because I was in the lowest fucking state. Mm-hmm. Because I felt like I couldn't do nothing right because I was always getting shit down to me, all this and all that. But as soon as you start building up that confidence, man, it's always still a way for someone to still bring you the fuck down. And in a relationship wise, it's oh, you don't show me this, you don't show me that, you don't show me this, and it's what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's well, I'm just bettering myself. What would you rather have than another fucking guy than just to go to
Another
fucking another fucking guy just to like, oh, I'm gonna be at the fucking bar or something like that or some other dumb shit.
100%. Yeah.
But it's just like, fuck, bro.
What about you? What do you gotta chime in, man? What's kind of what's your sort of status, if you don't mind, or if you feel comfortable kind of explaining that?
Oh boy.
Take your time, brother.
Yeah, take all the time you need.
Yeah. Goddamn. Holy shit.
Sean pays for his memory.
Nothing.
Pass.
Yeah. Pass. Yeah,
All
pass.
right, now we're back to Muhammad Ali.
Man.
What's going on?
You need a minute again, or what?
Yeah, ain't that crazy? That's crazy, man. Man, that's crazy.
My current situation? Is that
Yeah,
what you're talking
yeah,
about?
like, yeah. You need a minute, or are you cool?
No. I'm cool to go. Definitely just.
Yeah.
I guess like
Yikes.
it's just kind of like a position where it's like.
Say what you want to say that's comfortable for you, bro.
No. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's out for the world, so. Still genuinely have feelings for a person, but I feel right now it's just up in the air. Like,
Pretty much, if it falls into place, it falls into place. Pretty much, right?
I mean,
I mean, personally, I wouldn't even necessarily say that. I mean, from what we've discussed,
right.
I wouldn't even really say it's up in the air, to be honest. I mean, it's such a
Clusterfuck.
yeah. I mean, I feel like that's just so far back now
Right.
that it's kind of like not really in sight. I mean, but that's my point of view. I'm not in his shoes. You know?
Right,
That's just
right.
from what I've taken away from what we've talked about.
All right, so then let me ask you this, because pretty sure you and Sean had the same conversation me and you had.
Right.
So based off of the 2 points of views that you had, what do you think about it?
With 2 point of views today.
Because I gave you what I thought about your situation, and I'm
Oh.
pretty sure Sean gave you what he thought about the situation, and I'm pretty sure we gave you the opposite of what the
Right.
fuck we were talking about.
Now I want to know. Shit.
I mean, personally, man, I think I'm just at a point where I just leave it to God. You know,
Okay.
I think we could all say like we've made mistakes, we've made bad choices, we shit the pot. You know,
For
like
sure. Guys always fumble that shit.
right, like you take good things for granted. So I think like at this point, continue to focus on like getting myself right, continue to get myself better, and just leave it to God, man. Like whatever His will is, that's what it'll be. You know,
No, for sure.
I'm a big believer in that. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Well, he's not.
Demon, you on the same shit I'm on, brother. I know you are.
Milwaukee.
I might be. I might be.
Hey, y'all were here for my birthday, so he kind of catches your drift.
I love this man. Good ass dude. Good ass dude. Good ass dude.
Well, that's. I mean, I don't want to say it's funny, but it's odd. For me, I'm apparently out of these guys, I'm the only one that is married. I feel a good spot. Happy as can be. We welcomed our third child back in June, and finally got the girl. She's got those two brothers, the Lopez boys. She's got me.
Yeah.
She's got you, Uncle Ave, always watching over her. So, yeah, man. I don't know. It's just another point of view, I guess. It's taken a lot of work, though. I'm going on 6 years of marriage in December. 7 total years together.
Mhm.
You know, we got together like officially in 2015 in December, and a year and 3 days later is when we actually got married. And yeah, obviously we've been together ever since. But by no means did I ever have a cakewalk. You know, like I had, like what you said earlier, man. I definitely became very close to falling in the bag. And you know, at that time I was fresh out of a long-term kind of relationship. And that summer, obviously whatever, so 2015, that summer, you know, me and Avery were, you know, just hanging out every fucking day. I was fucking off, you know, doing kind of what guys do. And you know, my wife, we met. We actually met. You might know this, and I don't know if you know this. We actually met on POF.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And shout out to my boy Hollis and Sammy. Love them so fucking much. They're another married
POF.
couple. Not on POF, Tinder, I think.
Tinder.
Tinder. They met on Tinder. Love y'all.
Shout out Tinder.
Yeah, my boy's cousin.
Swipe left, not right.
Shout out to them though, but they're the only other couple that I know that has met, you know, and is actually married like that. But yeah, that's how we met, and we kind of talked, and for a while it kind of seemed like it wasn't really going anywhere, but it got to a point where it just did all of a sudden. But I still was, you know, doing my thing. You know, she was out towards the city, I was out here. And it got pretty serious. Oh, I don't even want to say it got pretty serious. It just was in that weird place. And I got called out on my bullshit. Big time. There was a huge fiasco that happened. And I had to make a decision. And from where we were at that time, the decision I made was to go immediately to her, and that paid off. You know, never did I feel like I was ever necessarily obligated to, you know, because we were both just two different people from different areas, different ages and everything, but
Different ways of growing up.
But man, dude, I don't know, something just drew me to her. And it's weird as a man, because I feel like more times than not, we will be drawn to somebody, and I don't know if that's necessarily being in love or just love kind of calling you that way, and you still fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely did that.
For sure.
But I, like I said, I went to her and I made the decision to just fucking be with her, and ever since then, never really spent a day apart. You know, I mean, I've traveled for work before, but then we were 2 kids in. You know, but
stuck now.
Yeah, man, and it took a lot, and everything's kind of worked out, and I'm blessed. For sure.
Like I told you on the car ride from the Joe Rogan thing, man, I always thought you and Sylv, shout out Sylv, but I always thought you guys did a good job of just keeping shit behind closed doors. Man.
Yeah.
Like, if that's one thing I can take from your relationship is just whatever you guys went through, because we all know couples go through shit, you know, fights, arguments, you know, finances, whatever it may be, car payments, whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys always did a good job of keeping that shit at home. Like, you know, it didn't get out to me, it didn't get out to Hollis, it didn't get out to Miguel or Beamish or Bravo or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you guys, hats off to that shit, because it's like,
that shit's rare, man.
You're right. Being a younger couple, you know,
stupid rare.
Not always seeing the not always seeing the best relationships growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody taught you how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think a big part of it had to do like with I mean my parents were very young when I was born. You know, they were
Like
17 and or 18 and 16 and you know my wife, she's had, you know, her life wasn't all like fucking sunshines and fucking rainbows either. So she was raised by her grandmother and her great grandmother. And I had a lot of my upbringing by my grandfather, my pops, and that generation kind of before our parents, you know, that was kind of like I guess I want to say stereotypically the last generation kind of couple wise that people glorify is the 50s.
for sure.
You know, the 50s and 60s where, you know, the men were strong men and we did all the stuff and the women stayed home and raised the kids and that's just kind of what it was. And that's, I mean, from what I've already said, that's what me and my wife are. You know, I do all the strenuous work. I wake up every day, I go to work, and my wife stays home and watches the kids and makes dinner and makes lunches and does all that. And I mean, I don't know, it's also, you know, aside from that aspect of it, it's just kind of the older, it's the older values, I guess, you know, like I learned.
But
But what you guys say?
no, that's real life though.
100%.
100%.
It's the older values that, you know, kind of get instilled, and yeah, me and her got that 100%. We have that, and we both have social media. You know, I fucking care less about it though.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually to the point now on social media. It's like I'm really only on there, man, just to keep in contact with one fucking person. And if it wasn't for that one person, then I would be like,
And I'm just in it for the funny ass fucking videos.
you know, that's just a bonus too, you know. But like, I'm just like really to the point. Like, I got rid of like Instagram and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I don't use it, so it's like, what's the point of having it?
No.
But I'm actually to the point in my life already. It's like, I don't even need fucking social media anymore if I got fucking people's numbers.
Yeah.
You know. But,
You know, it's funny. I'm kind of at that age, which is stupid to say, but I always say I'm at that age where I don't even fucking like texting people. you text
fucking
me,
call me, motherfucker.
You text me, I'm calling you the fuck back.
And people hate it when I call people, man, because I'm calling. I'm like, why don't you just text me? It's like
I have too much to say.
Yeah.
Like he fucking texted me earlier, or was it yesterday, or maybe this morning? And he's like, "Yo, call back, yo, bro, let's do this. Let's link up. I got this to do. I'll be home by this time. Then we can do what we need to do."
Right, hell yeah.
I don't think I ever text you. I just call you.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck because I think I called Sean today too.
Yeah. I just sent you a Snapchat saying slide. And then he calls, "Hey bro, I'm gonna get off work. I got a couple emails." I'm like, "Bet, slide. Just show up."
I hit him with the Sean and shit.
That's all you gotta do. Just slide. Let me know. We're in the garage.
Man.
B-Mish, I'm gonna come to you, bro. I know you've been kind of quiet over there, man, but
Should I put him in the hot seat right here? You get in the hot seat?
just out of curiosity, bro, do you feel like your situation is worth fixing?
It's a good question.
Yes.
It's a good question.
God damn. It's a heavy ass question. No.
Ooh.
It's not.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, do you care to speak on it or did you just want to leave it as that?
Just because I don't care about it as much as somebody that would.
That's fair.
What do you mean? Like that individual or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So you think it's best to just walk away from it, not look back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you think that's probably the best move for you going forward, even though you may not see it, or are you
For
just...
me?
Yeah, no, yeah. Do you think, because obviously everyone makes choices every single day, and whether or not we know that's going to be the good decision for us 2 years from now, we don't know that. Or are you just flat out tired? Because I get that, being just fucking tired.
Yeah, I'm just done.
Just tired.
Yeah.
I get that. I respect that.
No, yeah, for
That's
sure.
how it is sometimes.
Yeah, because then
Yeah,
if you try to push it,
I've been done for a little bit.
What about you, Nico?
But at the same time, how do I express that?
To
That
that individual or
Yeah.
like us? To that, okay, express what exactly to
Like-
that individual? That you are done and like you're tired, or that you're like, or like going maybe towards her route, seeing what the fucking the real root of the problems are and fixing it.
No, like just being absolutely like just done in general, because in her eyes, like me, like hanging out with them, she's pretty much looking at me and she's just like, oh, okay, well, if you're gonna spend time with my daughter, that means you're gonna spend time with us.
Okay.
And I go, no, I didn't know about that. I didn't know your daughter was gonna be involved.
Okay.
So, Beamish, my next question for you. Hold on, bro.
Sorry.
Real
I'm just
shit,
laughing.
though. Real shit. I like this.
No, I
like this.
do.
like
I know.
this.
I just thought it was funny because you're like, let me chime in. Go
No,
ahead. Go
so
ahead.
so Beamish, let me ask you this: was the fact that she had a daughter a lot for you to take on?
No,
It wasn't too much.
no.
Okay,
It
that's
wasn't.
how I felt about the situation.
it wasn't too much.
She had a daughter, and I stepped in.
Yeah.
I've been in her life since she was, 1.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's fucking 10 now. You know what I mean?
Well,
And attached.
That's
well
my
now
that's my
like
baby girl.
what do you mean by being with them as a a parent and a what'd you say, a daughter, right? A parent and a daughter, a mother and a daughter, to just wanting it to just be the mother that you're with. What exactly, because that's what you're kind of wondering is like, right, what exactly was the hold up then, if you knew kind of what
you were getting yourself into.
yeah.
Right.
Like, did you get more emotionally attached to the bond that you had with her daughter, or the more attachment to the whole relationship and having the whole family together? You know what I mean?
I think it was just her, just saying, Sam. Like, that was it. So it pretty much was like, all right, well, we're gonna go to, I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
I mean, obviously, keep in mind, regardless or not we're recording this, which we are, so say hi. Whether or not we are recording this,
Boy. All right.
just know, like, anything can be edited out.
Mhm.
We could always not post whatever the fuck we want to.
Right.
Besides the camera being in front of us, I want this to just
Be authentic.
Yeah, it's
To
just
be
be authentic as shit.
Be
yes.
authentic.
You know what I mean?
I
Because
just
it's like
Sam, and the thing I'm hoping, bro, is I know we've been drinking tonight. We had some good ass whiskey over there.
Yeah.
was good.
But I hope you, like, I hope this is how you truly feel. You know what I mean? Like, if you are really tired, if you are really done, you just got to find it in yourself to, like, let her know. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, we talked tonight earlier, and you said there was some communication still going on between you two. So, you know, maybe her head is, you know, maybe her headspace might be like, maybe there's a chance we get back together, we fix things, you know.
I mean, at least there is communication.
There's communication, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, just try to be, you know, real with her and let her know, so she's not getting her, you know, hopes up and thinking, you know, things might work out in a couple weeks or a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm at that point in my life where maybe when I was a teenager, I was like, yeah, fuck that bitch. Like, we don't care. But now I'm just like, look, I don't know her, or maybe I do know her, you know, fairly well. But I'm like, I don't wish any ill will towards anybody. I just want everyone to be happy with their own fucking lives. Whether or not you guys might be together, or you guys might be together or not, like, I want you happy. Are you guys happy? I want you happy, and that individual, you know, happy as well, like with their own life. So that's kind of why, like, I try to. Well, I don't want to say I try to. I do kind of have conversations with you about kind of what's going on, and I try to facilitate in a way of like, hey, like, just be honest, you know, tell them, communicate, because that's the biggest key, is just being honest and communicating with how you might feel and everything. Whether or not that other person communicates is a totally different story, but at least you did your part.
You did your part, man. That's
You know
all
what I'm
can
saying?
do. I'm talking shit like I did my part. I know I haven't done my part, but Migo, on to you, brother. Do you feel like your situation is worth fixing?
110%. 110%. Yeah, I can be like as of right now, it will be like.
Can I ask you one other question real quick before that? What is the status? Like, what is it actually called?
Separation.
I'm focused on my. It's not. I wouldn't even call it that, man. It's just me being focused on
other shit.
I can't even say focused on other shit, because if I say focused on other shit, I'm not focused on my kids either. You know what I mean? Like, as of right now, I'm kind of just like.
Oh shit, that was loud.
I'm more focused about like how my. I know this is gonna sound corny as hell, but mental health, bro. I took real big notes in like to mental health consideration, just because like, man, guys go through that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, and we can't open that shit up like it's just like a fucking bottle of water.
Yeah.
But
You know?
Yeah, man, it's tough.
but if I really do want to fix all the fucking problems that I got going on and all this other shit, like it's just like if I can just Thanos snap that shit, you know what I mean? I will do it in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Right.
To just have it, all the problems go away.
All that shit to go away, no problems. You know, I'll do it twice. You know.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I know Beamish is in another state of mind, but I kind of feel like all three of us. I feel like all three of us are kind of on that same page, man. Like, if we could just turn back the hands of time and like do shit completely different, like, fuck
yeah, because like I'm not gonna say like I'll never, even if it like say like fucking 5 years down the road never fucking turns out to work out, I'll never say that it was just that one person's fault.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, like I said before, I could be the biggest fucking asshole, and there's stuff that I could have done better myself as a person, or as a better partner in a relationship, you know?
Right.
You want to know, like, an interesting way I kind of think about things is, what did you just say literally like 20 seconds ago?
Come on.
Fixing things?
Hey.
Like turning back the hands of time?
Yes, if you could, like, turn shit back and, like, rewind and redo stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone would typically say yes, you would, right?
Right.
10 times out of 10, right?
Right.
I like to kind of still think that myself, but in a sense, I feel like
If you didn't have that failure in life,
yes,
you wouldn't be the person who you are
right now. You know,
I feel that.
if I never would have, you know, like with previous relationships I've had, if I never would have did this or didn't do that, like let's say, you know, my past relationship, I would have fucking tried, and I'm still trying, and right now I'm 29, single, no kids, no nothing. I would be missing an entirely happy life and 3 beautiful children that I have right now.
Right.
You know, to a point, you have to just accept your failures, your faults, and learn from that shit. I like to try to say that I don't have a single fucking regret in my life because everything that I have done has led me to this very fucking point that I'm at right now with you 4.
Facts.
Or with you 3, my bad.
Facts. I mean, I get that. I just feel like
I mean, that doesn't say that I never tried before. That's not me telling you don't try. That's not me telling you guys don't. That's not me telling you guys don't try either, you know, because that's part of it. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
Or a year, 2, 5 years down the road. You never know. You trying today might end up
changing the whole outcome.
And then 5 years down the road, you're like, you got what you wanted, or maybe you didn't, you know?
Right. And I just feel like 75% of people. I just feel like maybe like 65 to 75% people feel like, damn, I let a good one slip away.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
You know what I'm saying?
For a guy, I'm pretty sure that's more than
Drunk guy.
It's more than that, man, for sure.
You think so?
It's like
Glad you agree to that.
it's like because like it's still like with me. It would be like that whole like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
you won't even like think about it like a whole week straight or not. It would just be like that thought, like, fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's that the whole saying of like no risk, no reward type of thing. You know what I'm saying? If you never risk it, you never get the biscuit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always say. You
Risk it for the biscuit.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
I'm gonna come to you. I got a question for
You
you,
know?
bro.
Risk it for the biscuit.
So,
Ready?
my boy, growing up together, being around each other, like high school and everything.
20 plus years.
I know you were dating someone for like. I know you were with someone for a few years. So when you got out of that and you
So drunk.
yeah.
He is so drunk, by the way.
When you got out of that and got with Sylv, like I said, shout out Sylv. How did you know, compared to your last and compared to Sylv, how did you know that Sylvia was the one?
Man, I really wish I could answer that question just straightforward.
I feel like it's one of those things, dude, when like you can't really
Tell it. but
you
it's
can't
just
can't tell it, man. It's just more of like the more time you spend with that person.
I don't even want to say that.
No?
You could, you know, I could bring my wife out here right now, and you could ask her, when did you fall in love with Sean? And then you could, and put us in separate rooms, and then you could go to me. When did you fall in love with Sylv? We will both say our second date, our second time seeing each other physically. Like I said, we met on POF. We talked, you know.
How long would you say you talked?
Dude.
Before you met? Like, before you... Like,
Because-
it was definitely several months.
It was several months for me too, because I
It was-
met mine on Facebook and it all started with that fucking poke feature.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Remember?
I haven't had a Facebook in forever, but I remember what Poke was, yeah.
That annoying ass shit.
So that's when it all started with me. So I get the whole like, when you seen that person, it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, 100%. But she says it was like literally right before her birthday, which would be, you know, like May, right?
Taurus
so
gang.
So May to November the end of November is when we finally met in person. No, not even that. Mid-November. So still November.
Because you did that Christmas thing.
Before that, the week before that.
Okay.
So our first date, actually throughout the summer, spring and summer, we were both mutually like doing our own thing. She was, a woman doing her thing, dating kind of. I was doing the same thing. She, I think, kind of got in a relationship, and she was like, "Hey, we're gonna stop talking for a while." I'm like, "Hey, okay, cool, whatever, it's fine." And she hates when I say this because I always rub it in her face, but I'm like, I was a little hurt by that. Because I developed this weird sort of relationship that I didn't like her actually saying, "Hey, I'm in a relationship."
Because y'all were vibing.
We can't talk. Yeah, we were kind of vibing.
You were vibing.
Even though we had never met,
right.
we were kind of just vibing. And then,
well, that's cool of her too to say that though too, man. Because there's a
lot of girls who would just like leave
it's
you
not
hanging,
even,
bro.
It's not even girls, it's guys too that would be like, well, I'm gonna still fuck with her if she don't live in the same city as me.
Yeah. And we were, like 45 plus minutes apart, and I still remember to this day, I was at your house, and she hit me back, like a month or 2 months later, and I was like, bro. She hit me back. You remember this girl? Like I was talking to her on POF. She hit me back, and we're talking, and we had a good conversation, and then we just started talking on a regular basis again, and then all of a sudden, let me revert back. Before when she told me, hey, let's kind of not talk. I'm in a relationship. I was like, cool, fuck it. We're never gonna meet anyways. I tried to play the bigger card and be like, we're never gonna meet.
Right.
Like you already have that mentality in your mind, so it doesn't fuck with you so bad.
Yeah. I'm like, we're never gonna meet.
Right.
Whatever.
Or I get my hopes up. Right.
Yeah. So then, fast forward again. I'm at his house. She hits me back up. I'm like, hey, she gave me back. We're talking again, right? And then all of a sudden, I remember her hitting me, and we're talking. And she's like, man, I really want to go see a movie. And I'm like, man, it's Friday. It was Friday or Saturday night, and I'm like, fuck, I don't got work tomorrow. Let's go to a movie right now. What are you doing? It's like 8, 9 o'clock. It's like 8, 9 o'clock. I don't got work tomorrow. Let's go get a movie.
Godspeed.
So we hit up. She's like, for real, and I'm like, yeah. So that's the first night that we. What did you go do?
You name it.
Oh man, what movie did you see? You remember?
I can't remember exactly just because there's so many. It was the James Bond movie. It was one of the 007
It was
movies.
Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Which one is the one where they start off in Mexico?
I think it's no, that's not Casino Royale.
Like
literally, I think it's fucking Skyfall.
That might be.
I think it's Skyfall. He got the whole fucking cool little.
Sure, go.
It's like the Day of the Dead in Mexico and stuff.
That's the one. I think that's fucking Skyfall.
But
leave it in the comments below.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like and subscribe.
It would be November of 2015. There you go. So we finally meet, and in the weird sense, like we never met in person before, but when we finally physically come together and meet, it's not awkward. It's just like, oh shit. It was very genuine. Like, oh shit. Like, man, it's so good to see you. Blah blah blah. And like we just pick up right where we left off, like talking wise.
Right.
And then
it was Spectre.
I was super nervous. Spectre. Yep. Spectre. I was super nervous, man. Honestly, the whole time. I was sitting there, like on the armrest, just like, I want to hold her hand.
Palms are sweaty.
Yeah,
right.
knees weak, arms are heavy. What you talking about? But I wanted to hold her hand. I was just super nervous, and she actually held mine.
Oh shit!
She went and grabbed my hand.
Okay.
So she went and grabbed my hand. So that's how that kind of went. And then I took her back home, and we chatted for hours and hours and hours. And then she went home, and then I drove home. And then our next date was the
Christmas song,
yeah, it was the
right?
Chicago, the Light Festival, the Lights Parade,
Okay.
where they light the Christmas tree for Christmas and whatnot. But it actually happens in November, right?
Right.
And that was our second date, and that's her favorite holiday is Christmas. So it meant a lot to her, you know. And I didn't necessarily know that at the time, but it was the same thing, man. I go pick her up, and we fucking go to all that. We do all the stuff, and afterwards, I take her back to her house. We talk for hours and hours and hours. Let her go, and then I go come home. And it was
How'd you feel on the ride home though?
bro?
Smile on your face?
It was like 7 in the morning. I was still texting her.
Okay.
I was just like, hey, I had a great time. Can't wait till next time. I remember her I think her one of her friends at the time. You want to take a seat? Her friend, her friend at the time, they were like going to the gym. So like she got home and then like went right to the gym, and like she's like surprised I'm still texting her and everything, and yeah, that was just our moment. And you know, like no one's ever seen it, and I probably won't ever show anyone. Like maybe my kids, they will see it one day. But she actually made a video from all the videos and photos that we took from that night, and put it together on a private YouTube thing for just me and her to see. And she put a song over it, and every fucking year around Christmas we watch it together.
That's awesome.
And it's us like. Watching us fall in love is such a weird thing, but the weirdest thing is I still almost fucked it up. After all of that.
It's fucking crazy how guys can still try to just fuck something up like that, right?
It happens.
And it's not even that like we're
man.
trying to attempt to fuck something up, because our intention's to like fuck it. If I can juggle it, I'll juggle it.
Hell
yeah,
baby.
I mean, I think as men we try to take on too much.
That's what it is. We think we can handle it, but favorite holiday?
Mine?
Mhm.
I'd say either Halloween or Christmas for sure.
Come on.
For sure, man.
Halloween. Halloween every time.
For sure. For
Every
sure.
time.
Mine is
Hey.
probably spring.
You gonna fix things?
I told you, yeah, I would. 110% I would fix it. 110. Will you?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I can give you like
I feel you.
bro.
I feel you.
Hey, now I came out of your boy's back. I came out of frame, but what I was saying, what? Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Bro, you good to drive?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm better.
You need another water?
I'm better.
All right, say peace out.
Hey,
Say
it's
peace out.
it's 2:02, man. Stay till 2:30. 2:30.
I'm good.
Stay till 2:30, man.
I'm good.
You know what I'm talking?
Yeah, cry in the car.
Yeah, bro.
We can't let him leave. He's too fucked up.
You ain't got nothing in there. He munch on?
You should have given one of them fucking ding dongs
Yeah, give him a
or a fucking apple.
juice or something.
You should have given him some applesauce. Applesauce eats the fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Nah, I was talking shit. It sounded fucking believable. Just give his ass a ding dong.
don't-
Give him
don't-
bread. Some
Don't
with
let
bread.
him leave like that, bro.
Beamish.
Where's he at?
Yeah. Where you at? Oh, he's staying late.
When you think you're gonna fix it, bro?
Stay for a little bit. Let me get you some.
Honestly, man.
Exactly.
Come on.
Come vibe right here. Go ahead, keep going.
We are.
Honestly, man, like, it's just kind of hard, man, if I can say something, man. Because, like, there's a whole bunch of shit that I kind of want to say off record.
Right.
But, like, I'm trying to keep it, like, fucking mutual fucking friendly for everything. Because I know once this shit goes out, I'm tagged in it, and then, you know, shit's
Right, bro.
good. But it's just the more of, like,
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, despite my mistakes, despite the bad choices, despite everything, man, it's like just that feeling, bro. Like,
I feel you, bro. And it's just, it fucking hurts because it's just like, man, I put all this fucking work and emotion and all this shit, and you can just throw it away like a shit.
right.
And like, don't get me wrong, man. There was a time in my life that I played that role when it was like, man, you know what? I went up there and I was like, I was a fucking, I felt like shit how I said it, bro. Because like, I fucked it up by saying how the fuck I said it. I was like, you know what, man? Let's just stop fucking around. I ain't happy, you ain't happy. Let's just leave it as that.
Right.
And that's like, I said it just like that, y'all, and I just fucking walked out.
Right.
Probably like the biggest fucking thing I ever did wrong in my fucking life, bro. The way of how I said that shit, how I handled that fucking situation was just like,
Like, what the fuck am I doing?
yeah,
No.
yeah. And I was just, and like still right now, it's like, I'll be at work or something and be like, fuck.
Did you ever voice that though? Did you ever voice like, hey, or come to her and be like, yo, I am sorry, but like this
It's
was
not even
going
that,
on,
man,
or-
because I'm never gonna take back something and like I'll sound like an asshole saying this shit. You know what I mean? But it's like I can never take back something or regret something that I ever said in my life. Because I will never be called like I can't be I'll never be called a hypocrite because of that shit.
Well, do you think that in a sense, like you got in a big argument and you said something and it blew out of proportion, but then the next day you're like, fuck, I didn't really mean that 100%. I was just mad.
Honestly, man,
Like the emotional, like once you get going, your emotions start kind of running,
for
and
sure.
then like you might say something you don't necessarily mean.
yeah, there's times that it was like that, but like that time that I said that shit, dude, like I didn't think that at all. I didn't think that shit at all, just because I feel like that's just where the fuck I was at mindset wise.
Yeah.
Like I already told myself, like what you said, like, oh, I'm never gonna meet her anyways. I pretty much had that same mentality thought of like, fuck it, shit ain't gonna work out anyways.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, fuck. But I don't know, man. The way I see it is like, as long as I'm there for my little ones, financially, emotionally wise, then it's like, maybe that whole other relationship shit can probably just be on hold for a bit.
No.
You know?
Can I kind of what with you just saying that the kiddos and everything? What would you say is number one? You know, everyone I see on social media sometimes people play that. Who's number one? Who you know? You got your kid or your kids, your mom and your wife, all in the hospital on life support. Who are you gonna go see last? Who's number one? Maybe we won't play it that extreme. But like, who's number one, man? Is it your mom? Is it your mother figure, whatever your situation is? Your
Yeah, because I feel like me and you kind of had the same thing. Because I was raised with my grandparents, so I was raised up like the old school way and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was always around my grandparents more than my parents.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was definitely raised by my mom, but
Uh-huh.
more or less, at the very beginning, like the father kind of figure aspect definitely came from my pops.
Yeah.
My grandfather. I mean, my dad's obviously, in my life now, and we definitely had a lot of butting of the heads, But I definitely took away a lot from my dad, so I'm definitely like my dad as well, So that is a little different, but regardless, your mom, your mother figure, your kids, or your spouse, your wife, who truly is number one.
I had to say my grandma, my mom,
Okay.
my mom.
Even in
If it wasn't for her, the way I see it for her and my pops, I would probably know who the fuck you guys were. If it came down to that.
fair enough.
Cause
Even in that completely happy relationship, you're married, everything's great. Still,
my mom,
your mom.
my mom, they pretty much formed me into who the fuck I am today, bro. You know what I mean? It's like I take that into like deep ass consideration of like those are my main fucking squeezes right there.
Okay.
You know, if it came down to like, you know, shit like that or something like that, like, yeah, I would still pick my mom for sure.
Are you kind of tapped out, or are you just chilling right now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, then
Same
I
here.
know. We love you. Just chill. You know, drink a little bit. What about you? Obviously I know the situation.
Right.
I'm gonna dream about that laugh.
I mean, honestly, bro. I mean, I just gotta give all praise to my mother figure is my grandmother.
Yes, I know that, but like I'm saying, completely happy relationship.
Right.
Everything's great. Who's number one?
My grandma.
Grams.
Right. That's
Shout out to Grams.
That's like my mom's, man. Like, bro, y'all know this. I told y'all, Beamish, I didn't tell y'all, bro. But like, I had a moment, bro, where like if it wasn't for my grandma, like, bro, I didn't want to be here anymore. Like, April, May, like around that time, bro, like my birthday, a few weeks before May, like I was done, bro. I'm like, I have nothing else to offer. I felt like I wasn't worthy of being here anymore. I just felt like I shouldn't be here, man. Like I just felt that low.
Yeah.
And I've never felt that in my life. And
Yeah.
For real, man.
Yeah, and that's what sucks, man,
And,
because you know people do go through that shit, man.
And it was just like we say, like that mental health, like what men go through and like what we battle and everything. And I just felt like everything that I had, I lost. And I just felt like everything I lost everything. I didn't feel myself.
What's the point of even fighting for something and shit like that?
Right. And I just felt like, you know, the only person, like I had a close knit of people in my circle, but like my grandma was just there like throughout everything, you know, and she just never let up. She was just like, you know, no matter what, she was calling me on my way to work, you know, on my way home from work, coming checking on me next door, like, hey, are you okay? You need anything? Like, let's pray before I go to bed. Like, and you need that, man. You need that. Like, when you can count on someone day in, day out to just be there and
just
talk
give you
to
that
you.
time and shit.
Right. Like, that's all we ever need is just somebody to talk to and tell them how we're feeling. And you know what I mean? And I could count on her, man, for sure.
Yeah, like guys ain't really that fucking hard to fucking please and keep happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing wrong with coming home or some shit. Good old little knee rub. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's just the littlest shit like that, man. Like, it could be like the most simplest shit, even if it just comes down to rubbing your fucking earlobe, and I'm like, fuck, I'm happy. You know what I mean? But nah.
That's all. That's all interesting takes. I actually feel, you know, different about it. You know.
Who would you say, your wife?
Yeah,
Right.
I would definitely say my wife. I feel like for me, my mother has taught me, and I just feel kind of like what life teaches you is, my mom taught me how to treat a woman right. I feel like as a mother, you prepare your children to do right and to do what they're supposed to do. You know, as humans, what we're supposed to do is procreate. Right? That's our written in our DNA, our genetics is to procreate, right? And now we, as a civilization, as you know, humans in 2022, you know, we have this thing called marriage, and you raise a family and everything. But I feel like that was my mom's job. And you might not feel like that right now as a father of your kids. And I don't necessarily feel like that either, totally. But I feel like at the same time, my role as a father is to raise my children to be good humans and to eventually be good parents and to be good spouses. And that's what my mom did for me. Like I'd do anything for my mom. she knows that, you know. But like my number one is my wife. That's who's supposed to be. You wanna know why? Because I chose her.
Right.
I chose her to create everything that I have now. I'm with her till the day that I die. You know, I grew up and I parted ways with my mom. You know, that's what she was supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. So my mom did that part. My mom did her part.
Right.
You know, now
Yeah, she did.
I'm doing now I'm doing my part. You know, I found my person and I'm sticking with her, and I have kids, so now we're doing our part as parents. And then after we do our, I mean, you never stop doing your part as parents. Don't get me wrong. You know, you're a parent till the day you die.
Oh yeah.
But like, once you become an empty nester, I feel like that's when, you know, you have that time with your person. You know, my youngest is 2.5 months old now. You know, so now I got 18 years, you know, 18 more years until, you know, essentially she would be, you know, maybe in college or something, whatever her path takes her down. You know, 18 years, we'll just say stereotypically. 18 more years of my life, it'll be my wife and one of my children at least. After that, so 18 years from now, that's almost 20. I'll be 36.
We'll be old as fuck.
I'll be 30. No, not 36. 46.
Jesus.
I'm
Come on.
tweaking. I'll be 46.
I wish we'd be 36.
Now, like, let's say I die at 90. Like, that's 44 years of my life with just my person. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like, you know, my number one, that's I gotta give that to my wife, you know. Which is, and it's funny, she'll, you know, I know she loves me dearly. And the whole stupid question, what if it's your husband or your spouse and your kid's drowning, or you could only save one, who you save it? Every parent is going to save their kid, you know what I'm saying? That's just natural.
Right.
But yeah, that's my number one, is my wife. I put her above all. Because if I don't put my wife, you know, first and do what I'm supposed to do with her, I feel like my kids, they're not going to see that. And that's very important for us, is my kids, they know my boys, they know what a man is supposed to do for his wife. Our kids are going to see that their dad loves their fucking mom. That's probably the proudest thing that me and her talk about, is that our kids are always going to see that their parents love each other, no matter what. 100%. Biggest accomplishment.
Oh hell yeah, man! 'Cause there's other fucking relationships that are just
Trash.
complete the fucking opposite.
Trash.
Straight booty water.
What's your water? You drink?
Yeah, we drank that shit.
You drink all that water?
Who knows at this point? Who knows, eh?
We're going on an hour, man. How about we close this shit out?
Why? Huh? Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone else kind of have anything else to say?
Migos Corner 3 is deadly as hell.
Okay. How about you?
Nah, it's not shit.
Man,
But
all glory to God. All glory to you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. I love the fact that we could all come together, watch a fight, talk of sports, talk life, relationships.
it's good,
And
man.
just man, if you guys are going through anything, man, it's nothing to just reach out, make a phone call, shoot a text, shoot a snap, whatever it is, man. You know, we gotta have each other's backs.
Yeah, man. Because I'm not gonna lie, man. I had a shitty ass week. And then when you guys hit me up, I was like, for sure, I'm going.
Right.
What's up, man? What's poppin'?
It was just stressful as fuck, bro. It was just one of those weeks when you're just like, and you're just like, fuck.
Trust me, I know that.
It got to the point, bro. Like I literally grabbed my fucking pillow and I just yelled at the top of my fucking lungs, bro.
Keep going.
And it was just like, fuck.
It's my man every day.
You know?
No, 100%. Keep going.
And it was just like, fuck, man. Like, yeah, I have those times, but man, it was just this week, man, and it was just like,
No, 100%. Keep going. Because yeah,
but
trust me.
But yeah, man, right when I got the fucking text from Avery and shit, and then I seen the fucking snap from fucking Sean, I was like, I'm going. For
Right.
sure I'm going.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it. And here we are.
You know, it's funny. Not last week when you came, but I think it was the week before that. You had hit me up, and I told Avery, I'm like, "Oh, bro, Migo just hit me up. I told him to slide, and he was like, that motherfucker ain't coming."
No, like, look at.
You were working that time too. You were like, "Oh, bet when I get off work, I'll hit you back."
I got out when you had hit me up, and I was like, man, fuck. And I just like, and that's the thing with me, man. Like, I'm real fucking selective with the people that
You fuck with.
I fuck with.
Yeah.
So like me coming out here 2 weeks in a fucking row, and a lot of people are gonna watch this shit, and a lot of people are gonna be like, that bitch ass motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll say I'll go, but I'm that fucking guy that be like,
Nah. You
fuck
just don't
that.
slide.
Yeah.
Nigga, where you at, bro?
I wouldn't even look at it. I'll be the asshole. Open
Swipe
it.
it away.
Oh no, I'll open it. I'll straight open it, and I'm like, I fell asleep.
For real.
Hell no.
But that's just how it is, man. But like, I'm trying to get out that fucking way of my life and shit.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a bad way.
Oh yeah, for sure it's not a bad way, but I feel like it's like me secluding myself a lot and shit.
This fucking guy.
That's what you want?
Mr. You can't stay off my phone.
Fuck was
looking at
that?
It was a fucking TikTok, bro.
The fuck you want?
You got any last words you want to say?
No.
You good?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, was that a selfish?
Bro, I don't know what the fuck it was, bro. Look at that.
Glizzy!
No, I seen it.
Oh, God. Man,
yeah.
listen. Like, subscribe, comment, man. We appreciate all the support.
Met on Manor, Garage Talk 3.
Appreciate all the love. Just share, for real, man.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah. Put us out there. Me and Avery, our goal is to, like we said before, is just talk that shit, but also, have conversations kind of like this. We want to, help each other out. We want to see some change in our, close ones, our relatives, and have it even expand beyond that. So, if anyone sees this and they don't know us personally, and this, maybe
yeah.
change your way of thinking, then
If
be it. That's awesome. That's what we're doing.
If anyone is watching this and they're questioning what a good man is, it's this guy right here. This guy right here, probably the best man I've ever met in my life. So,
Appreciate that.
well, don't get gay about it. So,
I'm trying to shake your hand, man.
don't be weird about it.
You can't say that, bro. Guidelines.
Oh, man.
A handshake? Damn, man.
Nah.
Well, yeah,
No, but you're probably the, if not, you're just the best man that I've ever met in my whole life. So.
Yeah, Sean's a cool ass guy. First day I met him, look where the fuck we're at now. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Yeah, I try.
Still gotta go shooting though too.
Fuck yeah, we talked about that a long time
I
ago.
think that's how we got linked up and shit.
No, we linked up hooping.
Yeah, linked up hooping.
But then we started
talking
playing
about
on COD
COD, and then we
with
started
all
talking
your
about guns
boys.
and shit.
Yeah. I still haven't even showed you my shit. The next time you come, I gotta pull my stuff out and show you.
I gotta bring my shit too.
But no, man, I appreciate it. My brother, it's all love.
Yeah.
I thank you for the kind words.
Hey, appreciate y'all doing this shit with us, man. You
Yeah.
rocked it out 2 weeks in a row,
Yeah,
man.
2 weeks in a
Appreciate
row.
it, man.
Hey,
All love.
Appreciate it, man.
Abe, I'll D your ass up anytime. Yeah? I'll bleed. I'll bleed, but it's all good. It's all good.
And the A1 since day one.
Day one.
Alright, guys. That's Garage Talk 3. Men on Manor. Like and subscribe. Love
Wapate.
y'all.